Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. I am combining it today with Mixed Media Mayhem, where we are supposed to be using some glaze, wood veneer, and doing a monochromatic layout. So originally I thought I was going to do those eagle ones, but as you probably already saw if you watch my channel all the time, I did those ones earlier in the week. I kind of did these out of order. And I started out with these two panoramic photos. Yep, those are the two that I'm going to work with today, and I'm going to hold off on those bird ones. I did these in reverse order, obviously, because the bird ones, I already aired that on Wednesday. Anyway, so I pulled out one of the solids, and I'm using the term loosely as solids, that tan colored one. I thought it went really well with the mountain, the sand, the browns in the water. It was a very cold, overcast, foggy day, and so it just really lends itself well to that. And then I pulled out these polka dots. There's not a lot of room for pretty much anything going on with having two panoramic photos, so I decided to just kind of go with that horizontal stripe feeling, and I cut up these polka dotted papers to create more of that horizontal strip feel. And I am going to back them with some white paper, just like my photos are matted with white paper. In fact, actually my photos are printed with a white border, so I'm just going to go ahead and mat my papers and pretend they're all, matted the same. You can't tell the difference just by looking at it, really, unless you actually go and feel it, but it works. And then I'm just marking off where to cut these. I did not do a round number kind of measurement on these. I just kind of eyeballed where I liked it. And so that doesn't really lend itself for measuring when you're actually matting. And I don't have any of those like little matting guides. I can't remember even what they're called. I know they make them, but I don't know what they're called. Something layers, I think. Anyway, since we're supposed to be using glaze on our layout, I decided to use some paper glaze. This is I don't know if it's called olive green. I will try to remember to put the name of it down below if it's still even available. Anyway, my title is Mendenhall because this is at Mendenhall Glacier. That is the waterfall at the glacier. I've already documented the waterfall, and actually I think I have some pictures of the glacier from a different perspective, but I thought these were really cool because we hiked out from the area on the right hand side of the top photo, and you hike out and you see the waterfall, and then the glacier is kind of in that cove on the left hand side. So they were just interesting photos my husband took. He likes to do that kind of stuff. And so I decided I'm going to go ahead and document it. And I don't actually have a layout that's actually called Mendenhall. I'm just going to go ahead and call it what it is today. I think my other layouts have different titles, and so this works. So I waited for my paper glaze to dry, and then I inked it up with the green that was left over on my green blending brush. No idea what color it is, but it works and it goes with it. And yes, you can see the title a lot better on the photo, but I don't want to block the photo, so it is going down below. But I'm going to cut a photo mat out of black for it so that it shows up a little bit more. And I'm also going to kind of grayish out or green black out some of the letters. They're not really black. I'm just kind of like toning down the brightness of the green. So it's going to soften it up just a little bit by using the leftover black that's on my black blending brush. So once I get all of that done, I will layer it up. You can see up in the upper right hand corner that I did cut out some foliage. I've got some pine needles there and some other leaves. And I'm not even sure if those die sets are available. If they are, I'll link them down below, but I don't think they are. I think I've had those for a long time. Die sets, I don't really get rid of them unless, I just don't get rid of them because I don't buy ones that I can't use over and over again. And I think foliage and florals you can use repeatedly and get different looks and with different colors of paper and different, you know, I don't know, just different layers and all that kind of stuff. So those are not something that I normally get rid of. And so I have a lot of older ones in my stash. So I did cut those out using my Stampin' Up! Mini die cut machine, and I'm going to use those. I'm also going to use the 2 wood veneer pieces that are on the layout currently. Nothing is really glued down yet except for the title is glued down to the black border. But none of the papers are actually glued down because I wanted to make sure I didn't want to move anything around. Now I did cut out the little tiny word glacier in black. I am going to put that vertical at the end of the right hand side of this bottom paper. It's not super in your face visible, which is okay by me. I'm okay that it's not really, you know, bright, but when you're looking at it in my album, you can actually see that it says glacier, even though on screen it is a bit muted and hard to read. Now I really just eyeballed this, you guys. I wasn't really measuring for where the center of the page is, so I will have to pull all of these off and move them up just a little bit, because by the time I add all of the spacing between them, it makes the bottom one way too low on the page, and just not centered right. So I will be moving them up a little bit because I didn't really account for the spacing when I had them all laying there next to each other. They were really just right up next to each other with no gaps. And once I added those gaps, it just made it enough that it just, I don't know, it didn't work. So I am distressing them using my distress tool from Some Assemblage Required. The wood veneer pieces are also from MK's shop. And I decided to use the one that looks like a down arrow at the top, so it kind of draws your eye down. And then the one that is in a diamond shape, I decided to put in the middle because it points both directions, basically. This was my thinking anyway. I don't know that it really makes a whole lick of difference. And then the little wood stick piece was in with some other pieces. It came as a set, but I just pulled the little wooden stick out to kind of create a little cluster underneath the word Mendenhall. And I needed something really narrow because I don't have a lot of room. So you will see me layer up all of my foliage, but I wanted to keep it kind of simple. My mixed media really is just on my title piece. I didn't do any mixed media in the background. It already looks like a mixed media background, so I didn't feel like I needed to do that work. It's already done for me. I just took advantage of that. And while I go ahead and move these and get everything situated, don't forget to go check out everyone else playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. There is a playlist link down below where you can go and check out everyone who is participating this week. There's also a link to the Facebook group where you can go into the albums section and see what the upcoming inspiration or recipes are. And you can play along there if you would like. We welcome everyone to join in and have fun with it. So you can go and check that out. Also go and check out what MK is doing over on her channel. She is doing something for Kit Conspiracy using the same paper and kit that we kitted up using for Hidden Creek. And if you missed that, the kit share was on Tuesday, so you can go back and check that out also. The wood veneer pieces that I'm using normally come with a mask over the top of them, and mine did have a mask. I just took the masking off prior to being on film. And the reason for the masking is it protects the wood veneer when it is getting cut and getting all of the design put on it so that it doesn't scorch, and it keeps it looking beautiful. So you want to peel that off. It also has a backer on it because it is already adhesive backed, and these are only a 1/16 of an inch thick, so it doesn't really add a ton of dimension to your layout, but it adds great texture. It does add some, but not a lot. And you can just peel the back off and stick it down. So that's pretty cool. Now I considered adding some foliage down below that stick or underneath the stick, but I decided not to. It just felt like it was too much. And with the title being all greenery, I felt like it didn't really need it. So the stick is really just there as kind of like an underline. We'll probably stamp the date just below it onto the background paper. and call it done. I will be adding a little bit more up here at the top just to kind of balance it out a little bit, adding one sprig to the top and one sprig to the middle one. And I really like the way that it looks. Very simple, very easy to do. It did take me some time, mostly because I was just not in the right mindset to make quick decisions. But to scrap lift this, it would be super easy if you have these types of photos. But that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Quick and easy, and you know, they don't all have to be hard to be pretty. So thanks again. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another one. So come back and take care. Bye-bye.